big guys had to be your big guys and Gabriel today to be your hat tricks. Is that, I mean, how important is that as you get your first win?
Well, your best players need to be your best players. And I thought that line was really good at times, had some dips as our team did throughout the game, but Gabby came through big. And it was a big game for him. He had struggled his first couple, and I thought he played really well tonight. Not just scoring the goals, but some other things.
Sorry, you talked before the game about resiliency, especially after the second goal of the Panthers game. Did you present that to your team as a challenge to be resilient, or because that was certainly something that they showed throughout this game.
Yeah, it was a good game for us. And we're still a pretty sloppy hockey team. I think it's just going to be that way for a bit. You try to cure it as best you can, but I really liked the way it's like a defense in football. You give, but you don't break. And we were a couple of times there, it looked like we were going to break, but I thought we carried ourselves well and grabbed the momentum back. So that's important for us so early in the year now to just to lean on a little bit. And again, against a good Boston team. So, we find a way to win a hockey game. Is everything running on all cylinders? No. We have a lot of things we need to do, so we'll continue to work at it. But it's nice to stop the bleeding tonight.
What'd you like about the way those three played together in the top line?
I thought first half of the game, I thought they were quick, and again, as we spent quite a bit of the day yesterday showing, I thought the strength in the puck was much better, especially with Gabby. So they had the puck more, and if we have the puck more, not just that line, then I think we're playing to our strength underneath the hash mark and going about our business. So were we consistent through the game? No. We had our dips, we had our struggles, we made some sloppy passes, didn't make the right play. It all was there, but we still found a way to win the game.
Getting back to Gabby. You won just as important as that you won?
What's that?
Is the way that you won just as important as the
I think it's more important, if you can believe that. We needed to win. I thought we handled some of their surges, or at least maybe not handle their surges. We didn't break, we didn't give. And where I thought the past couple of games, we were nowhere to be found as far as stepping back up, someone trying to make a big play, just trying to grab the momentum back on our side. I don't think we were anywhere to be found in the last two games. And tonight, I thought we made some steps there.
John, tonight you leaned on Taylor Pyatt a little bit more. How do you feel he responded to that?
He's played well. He's played well. I worry sometimes about the speed of the game, but he's deceptive. He gets there. He's been one of our most consistent players in being around the puck. Sometimes I don't think he's going to get down the ice, but he ends up getting there. He's been a pretty effective player for us, and we put him up on the second line there, and he immediately contributes for us in a big goal. So he's done some good things for us. He's probably been one of our most consistent players.
John, getting back to Gabby, in the past you seem to have been trying to coax him to play in the dirty areas of the ice, and that second goal was something that, granted he scored a lot of goals last year, but that second goal seems to be what you really want out of him, driving to that net.
You look at his 40-plus goals last year, and this is where he doesn't get enough credit. He has changed himself as a player since he's been here. And he may not like me saying it, but he was a perimeter guy when he got here. He was a perimeter guy that did not want to practice because he was sore. He wasn't injured, and he has. I think he has grown so much mentally in how he conducts himself. He always on the ice now, played all the games. I bet you 80% of his goals last year were between 5 and 7 feet by that net. So he's a very talented player that's willing to be there. And when I first met him, I didn't think he was willing to be there.
Talk about the dips with those three Richards matches. What do you think caused the dips? How did that happen?
Oh, they played themselves out of it. I thought it was a good game for you know, I used them a lot. It's a game where we're still trying to get conditioning, as all teams are trying to do. You're trying to get in game shape. It was a good game for them there because they were put in a lot of situations and played a lot. I just, at times through the game, it was just slapping the puck around a little bit. And, you know, they got caught on the ice on the goal against, I forget which one, it was the second one maybe. But they had a pretty good shift offensively. So it's just a matter of consistency. As a coach, you want it all the time. And the situation we're in right now, I don't think we're firing on all cylinders. So you're just trying to get more each game. And hopefully we can keep on trying to squeak out some wins and grab points until we get to where we're comfortable that we think we're playing more consistent.
How did you feel about the balance of the rest of the lines behind those guys and then the games of some of the forwards you were looking for, some improvement?
Not great.
Stepan, Kelly.
Not great. Well, that line played pretty good. I'm still not, quite honestly, I'm not comfortable playing in a four-line rotation. I don't think guys have played well enough for me to play a four-line rotation comfortably, and because we need to win. So we have some work to do.
John, you talked this summer about expectations on Rick Nash and how he was going to be expected. More was going to be expected of him here when he came here, and I'm wondering how that's worked out so far.
As far as the expectations?
About meeting the expectation, yeah.
Oh, shit, he's, you watch him. I mean, he ends up with scoring, he beats people one-on-one, he protects the puck, he's killing penalties for us. Third period, he had a couple of quality chances to win the game. He's there. And I don't think he's in great shape. But he is, he's really exciting to me as far as what he's going to be for this organization.
With Kreider, is it just a matter of being a little too tentative and not making the decision to go at times?
Just hasn't played well. I don't know what the reason is. He just hasn't played well. And, you know, that needs to be, that's something we have to really talk about as an organization, because I still think he needs to go through the process. And that's something that we have to, what's best for Chris and us, we have to make a decision there. Because I don't want him in a situation here with the scrutiny in this club hurting him as far as the process. And I told you guys this last year. He did some really good things and did some, not so much, some other things that he struggled with during that, I think, the 18 games he played. You need to be really careful in how we're dealing with a kid with a number of assets to make sure that the process is correct for him. So those are discussions we're going to have.
We talked about last year how excited we were to get him into a full training camp to sort of round out his game, Chris, because he had all of the speed and the skills. Did he missed that more than most?
Yeah. I think, again, that ship has sailed. No one had a training camp. We put, as most teams do, we feel we have a really good camp to get ourselves ready to play an 82-game schedule. And Chris still has not gone through our camp. You know, and that's going to have to wait until next year. But in the meantime, this is where we're at in the National Hockey League, where teams are at. We have to. I just think we have to make the correct decisions and assessments of a player where we don't hurt him as he goes through the process. And Chris needs to go through the process.
Do you feel like his development has to be facilitated up here, or would
Not
you
really.
be open to him going down for more seasons?
Sure, and that shouldn't be a shock. I mean, I've seen players ruined because you put them in a situation and they just struggle, and they don't succeed, and they never come out of it. They're done. They're out of the game. I do not want to see that happen to him. He has too many assets, but he has not played well, and he knows that. And so we'll see where we go. And again, he's not the only one that has struggled through a couple of these games, but tonight it was a battle for him. His understanding the positioning of the defense we play. It's a lot to ask of him, especially when the team is 0-2 when they're starting the season.
Okay.
Good.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.